Hello, everybody. My name is Mahael Abdul-Qawi. I'm a founder and representative of the Accountability Party for Human Rights. We're a political vanguard organization, a collection of individuals who have chosen the path of self-awareness and self-understanding. A group of individuals who have chosen to be conscious of themselves and the world around them. We are on a path of evolution, of leveling up to become something more for ourselves, for our family, for our loved ones. And once we achieve this level, only then can we pay it forward to the working class people of this country, the people who really need those who are on this path. Society right now is sick, and it needs individuals who are consciously aware of the sickness to speak up. Because we have too many of those who are actively pushing the sickness. This platform, the Accountability Shorts, is a way for myself to talk about principles and morale subjects that I believe every member of the Accountability Party for Human Rights and just people at large in these sick times should embody, should practice in their day-to-day living. The other platform that I have is the Who's Accountable podcast. That one, I shine a spotlight on those who are spreading the sickness, the individuals and the events that they do to spread this sickness onto people. Today, I want to talk about something that in my morning routine of handling errands and listening to the news and watching my daily videos and takes of the world, a common denominator that I found was the state of being that is brought on by fear. And the times that we live in right now, where fear, you have those who are saying that the new world order is going to be pushed upon us through microchips and through our phone screens, which probably most likely will be two important factors of spreading control. But it's solely through fear. Fear is the main catalyst that the elites, the patient zeros, the ones that spread the sickness, those who were undeniably controlled by their shadow, by their ego, and they are so driven by it, and they have achieved a level of resources through manipulation, driven by their ego, to fuel their ego. These individuals, and a good collection of these individuals at this point in 2021, they are spreading a sickness, and fear is their main tool. And we, because we are in a numb, subjugated state of being, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, fear is really becoming a guide for how we make decisions, to the point where there is no other decision except for a set choice. The same people who are spreading the fear are giving you option that you should follow if you want to avoid this fear, which is single-handedly collecting everybody into a fear-based pool. And this is where we have everybody in society now swimming in this pool, afraid to get out, afraid to, for those who see and for those who are not choosing to live in this fear, where we are trying to reach out. And those who are not living by fear, they're not saying we know everything. We don't. But we want you to get out of the fucking pool of fear. We want you to get out of this control, because it's not okay to be in a constant state of fear. It's not okay to constantly be paranoid. It's not okay to look at your community, the people in your community, and think, this person is my enemy. It's not okay to go onto a bus, to a bar, to a store, to a museum, wherever, and think that I am constantly being attacked, because it fuels your ego. Because, for one, to think that you are that important to be targeted everywhere you go is not real. Out of 7 billion plus people, you're not being specifically chosen by some higher fate to be tortured. It's a random, it's a gamble on who suffers, driven by societal, cultural factors. But the, oh my God, life is torturing me, that is random. So when these people spread this fear, they're driving the masses to become very focused on themselves, which connects back into my previous videos, which is a recurring theme of the self and the greater good. How can you begin to even think about the greater good when you constantly live in fear? Fear that I might be kicked out of my apartment or my house, and I'm going to have to join the in 100,000s of homeless Americans out there. Fear that my neighbor might attack me, or that my coworker might make me sick and I'm going to miss work, making me unable to provide for my child, feeling the fear of losing this foundation I'm struggling to build. It becomes very focus based. And this fear, it's not microchips that's going to brainwash people. Fear is much cheaper and a lot more effective. And it's important that people really see this, because it is everywhere. You know, the moment when the adults of society are putting their own pleasure and their own needs above the natural development of children, for the sake of their safety and for their ability to go out and have their luxurious lifestyle. Because if you live in America, you do live a luxurious lifestyle regardless of your class. But to live in a time where adults are choosing that over the natural development of children out of fear, inshallah, we can spread some truth, some sureness, and some confidence to combat this level of fear that we face. Because it's bad.